Here I'm back. My goodness, I was taping along and I accidentally hit the keyboard and turned myself off. So instead of me trying to figure out how to piece together two snippets, I'm just going to start right over again. Let me try not to hit the keyboard again. But yeah, I'm working on my summer moon here. Which you guys, I'm sure you've seen me do this a few times. I'm working on the Buzzard's Roost block. Isn't that pretty? Out of my summer moon. This right here, you can buy it either from that quarter shop or Amazon. And if you go over to my friend Donna from Handmade by Ying with Donna, she has probably a link over there that you can find on one of her videos where she was doing the summer moon, and use her link if you wouldn't mind. I would appreciate that. She just gets a couple cents, so it won't cost you any extras. And here's the Buzzard's Roost block that I already did. And I messed my fabric up so that my blocks aren't all gonna match. The first two will, but the third one's not because I accidentally cut my fabric. And I didn't have enough, and I'm not gonna piece together that fabric like that, so. But that's why I said this channel is a how not to do stuff, not how to do stuff. Just saying. Yeah, I was just kind of bored. Figured instead of sitting here sewing by myself, turn the camera on, chit chat to the camera, let you see me make a mess over here. But I already messed up my camera. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can grab my fabric again to show you what I'm doing very carefully. To show you what fabric I'm using. I'm using Corey Yoder and Coriander Quilts Beautiful Day. This is a Fat 8 bundle that I got through Fat Quarter Shop in my Sew Sampler boxes. And then I bought, I think, 2 extras from people that was doing like a D-stash from Fat Quarter, from the Sew Sampler. If you have fabric and you don't want to buy it, or you don't want to use it, you don't care for it, or so, you know, you don't want it, then you can sell it off. And then these they had, I bought 2 of these. I don't remember if I got one of these from a D-stash or if I got both of them through Fat Quarter Shop. But I guess every month, and I started doing this, they have a Fat Quarter club that you can get through the through Fat Quarter Shop. And this was from January 2022. These guys right here. It's a Beautiful Day Petite and a Fat Quarter bundle. And I bought, I think I bought both of them. I bought one from their clearance section, and I bought one. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember where I bought number 2, but I know I got 2 of these because that's what I'm doing these blocks with. That's where this come out of. I've already used the other pieces of it because I've been, you know, making all of these other blocks. I've got quite a few done. Quite a few. Oops, I'm sorry, Callie. I scared my poor kitty cat. Yeah, this is fabrics in them. This is the Fat 8s. That's what a Fat 8 is. A Fat 8 is a half of a Fat Quarter, if y'all didn't know. I know a lot of you know a lot more than I do, but then I've run into some people that don't know what some of these measurements are. But these are the ones that come down to the Fat 8. Here's another one here. Isn't that beautiful fabric? Oh, can't see that one real good. Oh, so I'm showing you the back side. No wonder. But yeah, that's very, very pretty fabric. I love it. So what to do? Pick the fabric I like, and it was pretty close to the one side of the colors. It was part, it looked an awful lot like a lot of the colors that they was doing. Hey, you don't have to. You can do whatever colors you want. Like Heather from Debt Free Quilter, she's doing like a Halloween colors, you know. You can do any color you want to. So, and Donna, she's doing 3 different color schemes skeins for different colored skeins for her grandbabies and for her 3 granddaughters. They don't get them till they get older though, but and she's making them for them, and they're 3 different color schemes, so you know you can make whatever color you want. For some reason I think that one's a little bit smaller. Sometimes when I'm laying my fabrics out and the edge one might be just a tiny bit off, you know, and instead of worrying about it fitting there, I just won't use that one because I know I got plenty more fabric here. If not, if I start running low, I know where I can buy some more from my local quilt shop. Walk in there and they're like, "Hey Susan, how can we help you?" My husband teases me. He said that because I've already spent $1 million in there. Maybe not quite, but probably pretty close. He's always teasing me. I have bought several sewing machines from there. Bought my, I don't know if you can't see my, oh yeah, you can see barely. I bought my Janome there. I bought my Sew Steady table there. I bought a Janome a serger there. I bought a Singer serger there many years ago, like 23 years ago, 24 years ago. I bought a Singer sewing machine there 20 some years ago, or no, probably about 15 years ago. But they don't sell Singer no more. They went into selling other machines. But love my local quilt shop. Yeah, I just got an email from them. I think they having a sale for Super Bowl Sunday or something, they said. I have to go check it out. Of course, because I'm like to buy the fabric when it's on sale. I think they having like 25% off or something. That's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good in my book. Got that little thread there. Put him in the trash. Oh, goodness gracious, I was going to put that on the wrong side of the fabric. Yeah, because usually when you're sewing, you put stuff on the back side. No, I have to use this smaller ruler. I got so many little rulers, and what did I do today? I bought some more. Got these little rulers to square up a flying geese, whatever they call them. And of course I'm using Donna's link. Is that all I bought? I think I bought something else too though. Just what I do. Get shopping over there and I just can't buy one thing, you know. I don't know if that rest of you is just like that. That's how I roll. These things rolling right on through here. And then I gotta iron them. Chop off the little triangle piece. Iron it up. Flatten the seams out. Because these I normally don't. But I've been ironing these seams open because otherwise they get awful bulky. Because these have got all kinds of, I don't know why that one come off of there. I know some of you people probably pin this or glue it or whatever, but I don't. I just risk it. I hope my machine's not too loud. Some people say it's not very loud, so hopefully I don't really hear it. Sometimes I'll watch my videos over again before I put it out there to listen and see. And I don't really hear my sewing machines sewing, so I hope you guys don't annoy you, because I've heard some people complain about other people's sewing machines being loud. Hope mine don't bother you. If it do, I'm sorry. I apologize. So I'm not sewing super fast here either. If you sew fast, it makes it a little bit louder. Although I can sew pretty darn fast if I want to. I used to work in a sewing factory. I know I've said that several times, but that's why I wanted this sewing machine, because I love my industrial sewing machine. Yeah, somebody else asked me. It's a DDL 5550N, and it comes out of Japan. Yes, I had to pay a little bit more for it to come out of Japan, but to me it's worth it. It seemed like everything disposable come out of China anymore. I'm just not a disposable kind of gal. I'd rather have something that lasts me. Most everything, well, yeah, if I buy something, I want to hang on to it for a very, very long time. Yeah, I had my first sewing machine, but then my sister needed one. And I had my, yeah, I've got like, well, I had 11. And I bought a couple more, so I probably have about 14 now. And I told my husband I probably need to sell off a few of my sewing machines. So I'm sure there's people out there that could use them, and I don't use them, and it's probably not good for them just to sit around. Oil dry up on them and stuff, and I put them in. When I first buy a sewing machine, I'll take it up to my quilt shop. The fella in there, he's pretty darn good about overhauling a sewing machine. And because I bought this old Singer sewing machine, my black one that's on my Facebook page, and she wasn't running very good, so I took him up there, and I think his name's Ron, and he did give her a once over real good and fixed her up for me, and she purring like a little kitten now. But I need to turn some of them over so that somebody could use them instead of them just hanging out. And now I got them sitting in my dining room, in my living room. I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 4 sewing machines in here. Got my long arm. Oh. What the heck did I do there? I got my long arm over there. Got my Janome. Got my Juki. And I've got my Janome serger down underneath my long arm in a box. I had broke it. I bent a piece in it, and I had to take it into the quilt shop. Yeah, it was the second time I'd ever used it. And I knew I was doing wrong, but I did it anyway. I was pushing through a lot of extra fabric that I shouldn't have been pushing through it, and bent one of the pieces out. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, I'm dropping my fabric. Where my napkin went. But I was pushing through too much fabric. I was trying to make something and bent the piece on it. I knew it as soon as I heard a snap. I knew what I had done. And the girl, she used to work on sewing machines in the quilt shop, but she's one of the owners, her and her sister. And she said, Susan, was you sewing with it with like this? And I said, no, I moved all them things over, trying to see what I had done. And she said, oh, I was going to say, you can't sew with it like that. I said, no, I know, Crystal. Or, yeah, I couldn't do that. So, because she knows I know about sewing machines. Probably could have fixed it myself, but I didn't have the part, and they had to call it, they had to order it in, so might as well let them give it a once over while they had it in there. That's a shame. Broke my poor little sewing machine. I'm trimming up these pieces if y'all wonder what I'm doing. Got to trim off this little corner here to make the little flying goose. Then I'm going to iron those guys out. And then I'm going to do these ones. These are for the 8-inch piece. Yeah, that one's the second piece. I sewed the second piece on for the gooses, and this one I only got the first side on. Oh my goodness. All day long. It's not super cold outside here. No, I guess not. It's only 61 outside. But all day long. Hot one minute, cold the next. Hot one minute, cold the next. Put my slippers on, take them off. Put them on, take them off. Turn the heater up, turn the heater down. Oh my goodness, I thought about bringing this over here and cutting it over here. You can't do that. It'd tear up my sewing table. That would make me cry. This sewing table, I bet it'd be a pretty penny to get it fixed. Or to buy a new one. Have to get it fixed. Put some covering over it if I did that. Chopping, chopping, chopping. On the chopping board. Huh, I probably ought to sew all these little triangle pieces together. Put them in the... Because all these things, I think they wind up getting a little border around them. The block, I mean. Oh, little guy fell right in my lap. That one didn't want to come apart. I mean, he was cut apart, but he was like, no, I want to stay over there with my little buddy. Huh. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Somehow I did something, and I got a little nick in my rotary blade here. So I probably need to change the blade out. But these, I got plenty of blades, but I use them until can't use them no more. I don't know why. They say waste not, want not. Yeah, I think the first rotary blade I got, I used it for probably a year before I changed it. Well, I didn't use it a whole lot because I wasn't even quilting then. I don't even know why I bought it, because I think someone at the fabric store told me it would be easier to cut stuff. And I didn't have a mat or nothing. And she didn't tell me nothing about none of that, using a mat or anything. Yeah, let me move my camera over here. Oh, I wish this thing, it will let you move it back and forth, but not up and down. Isn't that crazy? But I move the table over here. Oh, hold up, got my cord stuck underneath my chair, wheels. There we go. So I'm like taking a little ride here, wheeling around in my chair in this room. Let me iron them out this way, then I'll iron the bottom side. Oh, come back over here. Goodness gracious. Those red ones ironed out real nice. The gold one's not wanting to. You know, something tell me that this is my fabric that was supposed to be with another project. For some reason I had gotten it out. Oh, ow, ow, ow. That burned your fingers. You ever do that? Iron something, go to pick it up, and it burn up your fingers? Do that all the time. Now y'all can't even see me, can you? There we go. Maybe you can see me now. Sorry. Now, let me move over here. You don't want to see me iron. Hey, big girl. Come jump up in Mama chair. She hadn't been done that in probably about a week now. She went to jump up here. Went to jump up there, and I had gotten a whole bunch of fabric at the fabric store. And she went to jump up there, and she slipped on the fabric and fell back down to the floor. Well, that wasn't my fault. She probably got better eyesight than I do, and she slipped down to the floor. She ain't jumped up there since. It's like, silly girl, didn't you see that stuff was there? You're gonna fall down? That's what she did. And she looked at me like it was my fault. I don't know how she figured that one. I'm not taking the blame for that one. Yeah, I ordered her some, well, her and her sister. I did a nice big order for Chewy today. We should get it in a few days because they've been needing their flea collars. I put flea collars on them. The Seresto. They're expensive, but, well, any kind of good flea medication is expensive for any animals. But, yeah, because my Shaggy and Odie, I think by the time I would buy theirs, their medicine probably costs more than that Seresto. I used to use Frontline for fleas and ticks on them. Well, we live out here in the country, and if you don't keep flea and tick medicine on your animals, you'll be sorry. And, but we have a bunch of stray cats that they're out on the deck all the time because we feed them. So I feel sorry for them. These people around here have all these animals. That's how I wound up with my Callie and Gingy Bell. My neighbors across the street had a cat and didn't have her fixed. So the first litter that she had when they moved down here, they, I don't know what they did with the kittens. They kept trying to talk me into taking a kitten, but I had 2 dogs at the time, and my dogs had never been around cats, so I wasn't going to torture them by bringing a cat in the house, you know. So, you know, cat hissing at them and stuff like that, that wasn't right. I didn't think so. I was like, no, Nicole, I'm not gonna, can't have a cat. And I said, I don't think Bobby would let me anyhow. I know I call my husband Sparky, but that's his name, Bobby. And so I told her, I said, no, I'm not getting no kitty. Well, so then after that, she started just throwing her cat outside whenever she'd get, get pregnant to have a litter. And throw her outside. Well, so what did she do? Mama cat, she come over here to have her kitties. Right over here in my yard. Because I have a big old deck outside over here, so that's where most of the cats live, I think. And, so I feed them. But anyhow, her first litter she had, the kittens, I tamed them. I'd pick them up, play with them. I'd put the food out there twice a day to feed them. And I would catch a kitten and tame, you know, get them to let me, where they would come to me and stuff. And then after a while, they was all three tamed because she only had three that time, and had them all tamed. Then oh, and by then, I guess I left the most important part out. By then, my puppies had both passed away because they was, you know, like 22 years old. So, you know, and so we didn't have any pets by the time baby mama come over here and had two babies. I don't know what her real name is, but that's what I called her, baby mama. And she answers to it too. So, but so those three kittens, I, you know, had tamed them and everything. And some guy drove over here. He said his granddaughter was wanting a kitten, and the neighbor had told him that I had kittens over here. And I said, well, I don't know why they told you that, because they're not actually my kittens, but, you know, nobody owns them or anything. But I said, you can have this one. I caught the one I called Tuckaroony. And I said, here she is. I said, you can change her name because she's, you know, young enough, but I call her Tuckaroony, and she answers to it, so I don't know. And he was like, oh, thank you. And I told him if he changed his mind about wanting the kitten, to bring her back over here. Oh, my phone is ringing, but I can't get to it. But I told him if he changed his mind about wanting the kitten, to bring her back over here, because, you know, don't just turn her loose. And he never brought her back, so hopefully she got a good home. It's about all you can do, you know, when somebody take a kitten. And then we was getting ready to have our anniversary, so my husband surprised me and told me I could have Callie. She's a little calico cat that I have. And so I brought her in and had her in here. I guess she was in here for 2 or 3 days, and my husband said, you know, said, I was thinking about it, and I don't think that's fair to the other kitten. He said, go ahead, call the vet, make an appointment, and you can get her, bring her in too. You can have both of them. Oh, I was just so excited. So I made Gingy Bell a vet appointment and brought her in. So that's how I wound up with 2 kitty cats. But I love them. I like all animals. It don't matter if it's a cat, dog, or what, but I would rather have a dog. Sorry, Callie. Because, you know, cats are pretty demanding, but and my cats aren't near as lovable as my dogs were, probably because they were, you know, pretty much feral kittens out on their own, because they didn't even see a person till they were about a month old, probably, because they weren't even eating cat food by the time when I first met them, when baby mama brought them around. But they got used to me, and then, you know, I brought them in the house, made sure they could they would use the litter box stuff before I let them run loose in my house. But I love them anyway. They're my girls, Gingy and Callie. Now, how did I mix these guys up? Oh, there's the other 2. Yeah, but I brought them in and got them now. Now, they's a little bit spoiled. I just bought their Chewy box, and boy, was that expensive. Yeah, because I haven't been able to find their greenies. They get greenies for bad breath. And I was probably about halfway on the package. I signed up for the automatic, because if you guys don't know, if you order from Chewy's, if you get automatic order on like the treats and stuff like that, some of their things you get a discount for, I mean, it's not a big discount, but you get a little bit of a discount for auto ship. And so I got a auto ship on their snacks, because in our house we have snack time. Everybody get a snack. Me and my husband get a snack. The girls, they come running because they know it's snack time. They want their snack too. So, they was about running out of their little greenies for their breath. Then they eat Temptations. I gotta go back and find that article. Somewhere somebody was writing, but just because somebody writes something don't make it so all the time. Somebody wrote something about that Temptations was bad for the kitty. I'll have to find that out. Find another snack for these girls because they love their Temptations. I don't want to feed my girls anything gonna make them sick. That for sure. I'm gonna find something else. Well, they like those Shebas, but them little meat sticks, but they're a pain in the rumpus. They remind me of like a beef jerky, but to me they're a pain in the butt because you don't want to give a. They're not like a dog, you know. You can't give them a treat and them take off and eat it. Because I know these two, they'd be fighting with it, you know. They'd be fighting with each other over it because they're sisters. Well, just cats in general. But they would make a mess out of it, and then with my luck they'd leave a piece of it, and then I'd find it and have a mess to clean up or whatever. But I would give them to them to, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. A little Sheba comes in a package of 5 of them, and you got to tear them apart. It's like a beef jerky stick, and you got to open it up break it up in little pieces, put it in their food dish. So I give them with the big piece. They sit there and look at me, because that's what I did the first time. They looked at me like, what am I supposed to do with that, Mom? Or woman. But cats don't even think that way. Doggies do, I think. Doggies call you Mom and Daddy, but I don't think kitty cats do. Do you, Cow Cow? I don't know where she at. She's over there somewhere. Got my long arm over there, but I got all kinds of totes over there with fabric in them underneath in my long arm. And then I unfolded the leaders on my long arm to put a quilt on there that I made my husband. Well, I didn't show you guys what I finished. Well, I can't show you the piece, but I can show you blocks from when I made his chair quilt. Let me finish ironing that. I'll show you. Because I didn't use all of them. I'll probably make him something for the foot pedal of his recliner. Aren't these cute? They turned out really, really good. It's the different fabrics. I just sewed them all together, and but I couldn't believe I had this many left over because I thought I was gonna be running out. And I just, you know, sewed them all together, and then this is how I put them together. Like one was facing that way, and one facing that way, and then the one below this one would be facing like that, so that they were just, you know, a little different like that. And I know he'll love it, but somebody give me the idea to not give it to him yet, give it to him for Valentine's Day. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll get a Valentine's Day present. Yeah, and then I don't have to worry about what to give him. Right? That's a great idea, huh? I thought so. So I said, oh, okay. And so I'm going to have to make myself a note because I will forget. But, yeah, he'll like that. He probably done forgot about it. And then I couldn't find the piece that I had made him to begin with, so I guess that was a good idea. I started making that, and I started moving stuff around because I was looking for something. What was I looking for? I don't remember now, but I found it. Whatever it was I was looking for, some kind of fabric or something. And but I run across the piece that I had originally made for his quilt, and because he just wanted a cushion, a quilt cushion for, or a quilt to cover where he sits on the seat part. And I decided to make a whole quilt to go on the whole area where, you know, his headrest down to his feet and all. I decided to make something quite a bit bigger. When I mentioned it to him, he said, "Oh yeah, that'll work." He said, "I just thought, you know, thought I'd make something small, but yeah, if you want to do that, that'll be great." So it worked out for him. He liked that. So maybe I'll finish that other piece off for him and say, "Hey, I found this for you, Sparky." Give it to him, and then come Valentine's Day, he'll get a big surprise. Because he liked me making him stuff, let me tell you. For sure. But, well, let me show you guys what I'm making here. This is my little flying geese that I'm making. Gotta make 4 of each color here. These are coming out pretty cute, aren't they? But, well, I'm gonna end this here. I just wanted to do a little bit of a video here for you know, because I didn't been meaning to make one every day, but then I get tied up doing stuff and don't wind up making one, and all that, you know, life gets in the way and all. And got to take care of the family too, not just all about me. Even though, you know, I wouldn't want it to be honest. Because it's just, you know, I just like taking care of my family and taking care of my hubby. Especially, you know, try to take really good care of him and do for him and cook for him and make sure he have everything he need and all that, you know. I don't know, I take my being a wife seriously, very much so, and he knows that. So thank you guys. I appreciate your watching my videos and everything. And tomorrow night is the 26th of January, and just another reminder, if anybody want to maybe get a prize or something, might be having a little giveaway over there tomorrow, and at 7 o'clock Eastern time is when my live will be. So please, please, please come over tomorrow and watch my live. I'll figure out something fun to do, something sew on, something, and we'll do a little giveaway. And I'll do probably another surprise, because a lot of people like to get a surprise when they win a prize. So, you know, surprise prize. But I cracked myself up. Okay, thank you so much, and toodles.